Hello and welcome to Tea Time, where we bring you big stories from around the world of entertainment. However, on this morning's episode, we have a studio guest, and you know how interesting it gets when we have a studio guest. And you know we don't just bring you anyone, but high-profile, high-caliber guests. But before we tell you who it is, let's quickly do the regular intros. I'm Tokunbo Taiwo, and I'm here with the frank and outgoing Ifeoluwa Osunkeye. And apologies, Elsie's not here with us today. I wonder why. Maybe Ife has some info. Oh, by the way, before you even say anything, Ife, happy birthday. Special shout out on behalf of Elsie and I. So where's the party at?
Can I give the royal wave?
Yeah, you can do the royal wave. Yeah. Oh, trust Ife, he's so good to milk it this morning. Anyway, so there's no more dust.
Please, let me finish feeling myself now.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So
you're going to do this only once a year, so I'm going to allow you take as much as you want. So, Ife, do you want to do any vote of thanks to anyone in particular, seeing it's your birthday?
I've been getting a lot of calls, and I just discovered that most of my contacts have a prospect in the music career, because everyone that calls me starts with happy birthday to. So why you guys not pushing your music career now? You get me? That's what I've been telling everyone. So thank you for everyone that's called. Thank you for everyone who's been there for me, and thanks for the love and much love, man. It's all appreciated.
You haven't mentioned anyone's name. At least just a few. Just a few. Yes. So the person whose message has.
If I start giving shout out, man, then you will be bragging, right? Shout out to Bimbo Akitola.
Oh, finally.
Yeah. Shout out to Jenny who's on my chat. Shout out to Bola Leni Nolowo. Shout out to D-Tunes, shout out to Kudi, shout out to Quincy, shout out to Queen, shout out to the Plus TV Africa family, shout out to Payo, shout out to Bassey. We've been turning up already, so that's ends the glasses we have on. We're just dirty.
Okay. I think Ife has already revealed who we're going to be having today, but hopefully. Anyway, time to tell you who we have here with us today. He's a singer, a songwriter, an actor, compere, dancer, drummer, and a reality star. He has starred in popular TV shows, movies, and commercials as well. He studied theatre arts in the University of Calabar with acting as his major, and he's a former Big Brother Naija housemate with just under 300,000 followers on Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the brilliant, bubbly personality with a bounce-back ability, Black Bassey.
Wow.
Wow.
I've never had anybody introduce me that much. Brother,
yes.
I need to hire you. You need to be my
hype man. That's what everyone says.
That was amazing. Really,
known for
I'm
that,
proud to be me. I mean, with that type of introduction. I'm very proud to be me. What up, ladies and gentlemen? I go by the name Black Bassey, and today we're live at Tea Time. So let's change it.
Okay, cool. It's starting on a very good note. Okay, Bassey, I don't even know where to start because there's so many things that we want to ask you. So I'll let the birthday boy start.
Okay. I'm sure everybody will expect me to talk about Big Brother or your music or no. Me, I like to go deep down. You just did the gold circle advert, a condom advert. So, really, why condom advert? Why did you take that?
Well,
by the way, it was very funny though.
It was, right?
Yeah,
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Well, as a model, I like to affiliate myself with brands, and not just regular brands that move humanity forward. And regardless, gold circle is one of those very cheap materials that you can get, and it is very quality. Quality but cheap.
You're speaking from experience.
I don't know what. Just get the message. So I was happy to jump on that project with them. It was really worthwhile, and I thank God you guys like it, and everybody at home, of course.
How did your family react to it, though? Because some people are still a bit iffy about contraception and contraceptives. How did your family feel?
Well, I don't think it was a family matter. It's work for me, and it's the same as asking how would your family feel that you joined the army. You know, it's work. So.
Yeah, but the reason why I ask is that they must have reacted in one way or another. So I just wanted to clarify if it was positive or negative, or if you had hilarious responses. What was the feedback that you got?
I think my father is a comedian, because most times when he calls me, he's like, "Yo, make sure you use condom. Them girls out there, and stuff." You know. But I think my father father pretty much just knew that, okay, at least my son is modeling something I advise him to use all the time. So it was a plus from his side, you know.
Okay, good.
Okay, but Calabar boys are known for their sexual prowess. Do you think that was part of the reason why you were casted for that advert?
I think I was cast for that advert just purely on professional basis, and because I'm actually a very terrific actor.
Very diplomatic. Take that. Very diplomatic.
So how did you come about, getting to sign that up? How was it word of mouth, or was it through your agent or through your manager, or how did you come
It was
about?
through my agency, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
they linked us up and magic happened. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in my intro, I said, you have this ability, bounce back ability. And what I was referring to at that time, because I know at one point in time you had a low point, and I wanted you to take us through that time, because I was quite surprised to find out that you actually were in SS3 for 3 times, or you repeated that class for 3 times, So take us through that time. What was going through your mind, and, how low a point it was for you?
Well, thank you very much for that question. I don't get asked that all the time, and it was a point in my life that started what would be what I would call the lowest point in my life still, because it was a ripple effect of, first off, I succumbed to peer pressure because my friends at the time when I was in secondary school were all in science class. And then I thought, oh, it's third term, I should stop being an artist and try to be a scientist. And what do I know about chemistry and physics? And then I failed, of course, and that's where I repeated SS2, by the way, for the first time. Then I went to Owerri to repeat the same class with my auntie. Oh. I did it there and I passed, and came back to Cross River State, and the result wasn't accepted. So I then had to repeat again. Oh my goodness. And of course, when we repeated, this was at the same time a lot of things happened. I lost my mom. So it was just the ripple effect of very down times in my life. But I mean, it started from the bottom, now we're here, and of course we're still going high, so that's it.
Have you recovered from, the death of your mom? Because from me talking to you, and even when you were talking about your dad earlier on, I still sense that, you miss her a great deal.
Yeah, I don't think it's something I can ever get over with. And my mom and I had a very intimate relationship, and what I am today is, of course, is just because of her anyways. And she's always encouraged me right from day one. I know when we come back from university or from school at the time, she would clear off the living room so my friends and I can have a dance rehearsal.
Oh, wow.
So everything I am today is what mom saw in me. So I can't get over her. And that's why future wife, you gotta be my mom,
No, I'm glad he even brings future wifey. Okay,
so now that you brought up the future wife, so is there any woman in your life?
Is there any woman in my Yeah, Ms. Steph.
There are women in your life, which of them?
Nah, I'm a one-woman man. However, I have female friends, which my woman understands.
Besties.
No, I ain't got no.
Like the fever besties.
Mine is malaria. Malaria besties,
So, Bassey, please clarify, you're seeing someone at the moment, or?
Yeah, Ms. Steph.
Okay, and how long have you guys been dating?
For a bit below, or a bit under a year.
Okay, so let's say this year, really?
Yeah.
From earlier on this year?
Yeah, from earlier on this year. No, or maybe say from late last year.
Yeah, okay,
exactly.
The reason I ask is because, earlier on this year, T-Boss released the love letter that you wrote to her. So I'm like, seriously, what is she doing? Is she like spilling a can of worms and stuff? And it was very romantic of you. And she actually showed a picture of the actual notes and everything. But that was very poetic of you, though. But I don't know, one of the words that she used was like, it was cheesy in the sense that I don't know if you copied it from various sources. So tell us about that, what was going through your mind, and if your madam has seen that and what her response to that is.
First of all, I wrote that letter to T-Boss. We was in the Big Brother Naija house, and of course, we have a lot of time on our hands and nothing to do with. So she challenged me to write a cheesy letter to her or for her, and of course, I got pen to paper, and the words just kept flowing. And honestly, because I'm a very emotional artist, I make sure what I'm doing, even if it's a game, I put my all in it. You understand? So if she said she wanted cheesy, and I gave her cheesy to the best of my ability. So yeah, but I'm happy she kept that letter because Tivos can hoard for Africa. She hoarded that letter for about a year, and then when she posted it, I was like, yo. So it was fun reading that letter one time. It was really good. Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad you're talking. Okay.
Yeah, we need to go on break. So time for a break right now. When we return, we'll continue in our conversation with former Big Brother contestant Black Bassey, and Ife will be asking him his next question. We'll be right back. It's where the big stories live. This is Plus TV Africa.
When I did it, I was full on, hands-on on the whole project.
So how did you deal with it? All of that negativity?
I got depressed, obviously. Duh. Haven't you heard?
I've got 2 of the hottest topics currently trending on social media. If you've seen the word Senate trending on Twitter, that's because the Nigerian police force has gone Trump style.
I probably haven't shared this with anyone, but I reckon I get about like 100 people asking for help a day. That's a fact. I can prove that.
Welcome back. You're watching Tea Time right here on Plus TV Africa. Next up, a continuation of our conversation with actor, artist, and reality star Black Bassey. So before the break, Ife, you were going to ask him a question.
Yeah, so now we haven't been talking about the Big Brother a lot, so let's go back to Big Brother. Right, so while you were in the house, Debbie Rice was teaching you how to play the guitar, right? How good are you with the guitar now, and what's your relationship with Debbie Rice at the moment?
How good am I with the guitar? I think I'm just as good as I was in the house. I haven't particularly practiced since I came out, and the few times I have practiced, I could only recall the things I learned in the house. So yeah. P.S. Debbie Rice was supposed to buy me a guitar. Debbie Rice, I'll call you out. Where's my guitar anyway? She said she was going to buy me a guitar, but of course, I'd like to own one guitar so I could learn how to play acoustic and sing along, of course. My relationship with Debbie Rice is still very cordial. We're still friends as we are with every other person that was in Big Brother house at the time. And we still hang out. I know sometimes we all just take we take a weekend out. I know the last time Debbie Rice hosted, so we all just went to Debbie Rice's house, ate, made noise, disturbed the neighborhood, and left for her to clean the house. So we're all very cordial, and they are a family that, yeah, it's a family. You know, it went beyond the games and beyond the tasks. It became an emotional thing. So. We are still a family, exactly.
Right. All right, so let's go to the main thing now.
Yay! My guy, Chop Knuckle. That's the main
Let's
thing.
go to the main thing now. All right, so you just dropped the video, and then you even did the premiere at a club somewhere. We're not going to call out the club because we're not giving them FPR. Pay us.
True thing,
So,
true thing.
yeah, so tell us about the main thing. You had, like, a lot of cameo appearances. People like Kuyura was there. I saw Bisola. I saw, you know. So what inspired the main thing? And tell us about your music so far. What have you been up to apart from the main thing, even though this is the main thing?
First off, I cannot even start this conversation without talking about the main thing. The main thing is one project of mine that well, like I told you, I'm an emotional artist, and I don't look to drop content or work of art that is empty or that isn't affecting people's psychology or paradigm at any point. The main thing was birthed out of the frustration I felt at the time. And I can't remember what happened, but I know it burdened on the issue of, government officials not doing what we elect them to do, police officials harassing people here and there. And I think I was having a very terrible time that day, and I was almost breaking down. And then I called my friend. I was like, yo, what's going on, man? I just needed to vent. And then she was like, this frustration you're feeling, why don't you take this negative energy and see what you can do with it? I was like, you know what? Yeah, I think I should do that. So I drove directly to the studio. I called iRock Classic, the producer. I was like, iRock, you in the studio? He said, yeah. So I jumped in. iRock put hands on the keys, and words came flowing out. Wow. And then the main thing, if you listen to the music, apart from the fact that this music is a danceable tune, it equally bears a lot of stories. It's telling you that whatever it is that happens in life, whatever frustrations, at whatever low you are, always remember to dance. And no matter what you do, once you dance, you feel lighter. So dance not the main thing. I said it's a rat race thing. Life is just like a maze. More you look, you see less. One wrong turn, 40 lap, you go race. My brother, never mind them. Everything flick, you see, you find them. Grind until the gold, you mind them. Don't forget, Aye Okpemeji.
Wow.
The party next door, if you're feeling nice, drinks on me. I go pay the price. Make my people feel all right because dance not the main thing.
Wow.
Man, you just dug a hole for yourself. Bassey just told us drinks on me. So that's the main thing.
Drinking tea. Yeah, drinks on me. No, drinks on plus tea.
Okay. So since we're still talking about the main thing, apart from the main thing, I've met you severally. You know, I don't have to spill tea on where we met. If not, we're just going to spread our dirty linear.
Yeah, we hang out.
Yeah. You get me. So apart from the main thing, because that's like your recent project which you just put out there, tell us, are you working on an album? Are you working on an EP, LP? What should we be expecting from Black Bassey before the end of the year or 2019?
Before the end of the year, I'm looking to do another song, but definitely not dropping before the end of the year because we're already rounding off. And the main thing is we're going to ride on that magical cruise for a long time.
Yeah.
However, musically, I am just looking to drop a lot of singles out there until I can gather a mass listenership because you need people to listen and appreciate your craft. So we're still in the building process. I do understand that. And of course, in the long run, I'm going to release an EP or an LP or whatever the case is, an album. But I assure you that right now, as of right now, when we're still releasing singles, I have over 50 songs that I don't know what else to sing about or what else to drop out because we have 50 amazing songs. So a lot of things will be coming out from Black Bassey in the coming year, and starting from Repay now the main thing, and then we have more to look forward to. And then of course my acting, I starred in an Mnet Africa multi-choice project that
The
is
Johnsons, right?
Yeah, it's not the Johnsons was sometime last year, but this one was started this year, January, and we just rounded off shoot like last week. It's called Ajoche.
Okay.
Yeah, it airs on DSTV, of course. So guys, watch out for Ajoche. So it's a great program. I think you guys should watch, and it would really be good to learn about our history.
No problem.
No one else is better to ask for Black Bassey about what Ife recently reviewed that he has just 75,000 left.
Okay, you know what? We need to quickly go on another break. Let's give Bassey time to...
Now you're going to have to give him time to think.
Yeah, let's give him some time to think. Yeah, so time for a quick break. When we return, it will be more questions and more answers with BBNaija former housemate Black Bassey. Don't go anywhere.
What we do not understand, we will stigmatize.
What you can see is the remaining of the tanker that exploded.
The suspect equally confessed.
A 500 naira they collect am.
If you no talk, then go beat you.
Na 2,500 they pay.
Welcome back. It's still tea time right here on Plus TV Africa, and we're swiftly moving on in our conversation with Black Bassey. And Ife was asking him a question regarding Ife. So back to your question.
Yes. So Ife revealed in a recent interview at a radio station that he has just 75,000 naira left from the Big Brother money. Do you think he was joking or he was serious about that?
Nah, I think it was a joke now.
Okay, so since you think it was a joke, do you think Ife has been wise with his Big Brother money?
Yeah. I think to the best of my knowledge, being that I know Ife, he's someone I contested for the money with. I know him well enough. He's a very careful person, and he's surrounded by people who are equally very smart. So 25 million is, well, even though it's relatively, spendable within the economic framework, but it's a lot of money that would change someone's life for the rest, forever, of course. And if it's someone who understands this concept, and he's done a lot of wise investments in his music and in other stuff that I cannot even talk about. So I'm very sure he was joking.
So you're sure he has made investments and is getting returns apart from that 25 million?
I'm sure he has made investments.
You are sure? You're not.
I don't know when, because some are long term.
Exactly.
Music, for example, is a long-term investment.
But do you think it's doing better than it was?
Oh, most def. If he came through for the main team video shoot, and he even came through for the listening party, and all the times we vibed and hung out together as a group of people, and of course as friends, he's always come off as what I perceive him to be, or I know him to be, very smart, intellectual, and prudent. So I think he's better. He's even better on a daily basis, because I think if you cannot grow on a daily, then you're really retrogressing. So I think with what I have seen, if it's totally amazing. So
okay. So Black Bassey said it here first. If he was joking about the 75,000,
okay. But if he has a 75k spare, you can give me. Yes,
so you can't get 0 naira.
No, maybe just give me the 75 from the 25 million.
No, make it give me 70.
I vote for you. If I vote for you.
Okay, let me ask you about. I don't even know, because I picked up on one of the things that you said earlier when we were talking about Debbie Rice, and you said, let me call you out, something like that. So, and something just like, I just had like a moment in my brain. I'm like, what do you think about people who call out other celebrities on social media, because it's been getting more and more rampant recently? I don't want to make any references to anyone in particular, but I'm sure you must have seen where certain well-known personalities call out other people. So I just want to ask your own opinion of what you feel the act is, if you think it's demeaning, if you think it should be done when it's true, what's your take on it?
I think it's the motive behind it that really counts, and you only know as much as yourself. You don't know what the other person is going through or what the nature of other people's relationships are. Celebrities calling out other celebrities, like I said, it's very contextual and peculiar to that type of relationship. I wouldn't call anybody I am probably not comfortable with out on social media, knowing fully well that this person too is a human being and has the ability to kick back or fight back at me. Regardless, I have no opinion on that. It's purely personal. I wouldn't call anybody out on social media. I've tried it a couple of times, but it never gets printed because I'm like, this is not worth it. It's not necessary. Let me just call the person up on phone and then we iron it out. You understand?
Okay, so you think that's a better, mode of handling it rather than calling someone else? You call them out, call them on the phone and iron it out.
Yeah, I'm a very direct person. I call you out and on phone, of course. And you would never see me call anybody out on social media, except I'm calling out a body. You understand? Of which I have not done before. But like I said, it's all the motive behind it. It might be a joke. It might be for the media, different reasons, you understand, for PR.
All right, we're out of time. Ife, last question and last answer before we move on.
No,
if you haven't got any.
I don't want to go.
You are enjoying tea time so much. All right.
Okay, so my last question would be, what would you tell other people about tea time?
And in one line, we're running out of time.
Tea time is a real time, so click on to watch Tea Time on the real time to have a good time.
Ooh,
bless you.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, yeah. And that's precisely how we're going to wrap up this morning. We're back this afternoon with a brand new episode of the program. Until then, a big thank you to my co-anchor, Ife, the entire production team, our stylist, courtesy of Kudi's Empire, and of course, our guests on the program, Black Bassey. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm Tokunbo Tai. We're saying thanks for watching and have yourself a wonderful morning.